All right, welcome to today's video. Today's Friday, the day this video comes out, June 21st, 2024. We're just gonna do an update of everything that's going on our property right now. Our garden, the animals, the house. I'm gonna try to stay out of like planning and what's specifics about stuff so we can make it through this in a decent amount of time. So let's just get started. I'm standing in the garden right now. So we'll start over here. This bed has been producing very well. We've already eaten a bunch of strawberries like that one. He's ready to pick right now. Very good. And then there's onions in here too. These are just like a green onion. You'll be ready to harvest soon. The radish bed is about done. I've just kind of let everything die off. I already harvested them all out of there. And then we have lots of miscellaneous pots. There's some herbs, some peppers. We've been experimenting with taking cuttings of tomato plants, some more herbs and stuff. And then here's probably the best thing going on right now is our tomato bed. There's some other stuff down there, but it kind of got completely drowned out by the tomatoes. You can see there's just tons of tomatoes on here, and they're 5 feet tall right now, up to my shoulders. These are the ones we had in the ground first. There's just tons of tomatoes. This branch alone, it's got to weigh 5 pounds. And then there's some basils mixed in here that are doing pretty well. Some of these on the end I just harvested the other day, so they're branching out, getting huge. And then we'll go over here. So all these pots I had at my other house, and so I know the dirt in them is great and produces. So some of these peppers, like there's full-size peppers in here already, and there's gonna be a bunch more soon. It's been really, really hot, so the things like the heat have been growing great. Like peppers love the heat. They look fantastic. Put on a ton of size in the last little bit of time. These are tomatoes with some basils that are in a pot. They don't do as well in a pot, I don't think. I mean, they're doing pretty good, but not as well. Peppers seem to do just fine. This poblano is just as old as the rest of them, and it's getting huge. Little pepper in there. And they're starting. And then let me come around here. These are our peas. These peas are as tall as I am. And then there's some cucumbers around the edge, but we haven't got anything out of them. And then a couple little lettuces. And these are beets. I haven't pulled one out to see. We'll see if those work. But really this bed's about peas. There's a ton. We've been eating them. We'll just come out and get handfuls. There's a ton that need to harvest. Like this is about a perfect one, nice and plump. These are like, you eat the whole shell pea. So like when they're this small, you eat the whole thing. So there's little peas in there, but the pod's nice and soft. They're pretty good. So there's a ton of those. After this video, I'll probably come back and harvest all those. And then this bed is beans. And I've come back to plant a couple times. So the really big ones are obviously the first planting. And then I've come back through and planted these again that didn't take off. And I just planted some more the other day in all these gaps. And then there's this monstrosity. These are 3 different kinds of squashes. There's some acorn, some spaghetti, and some butternut in there. I'm not sure which one's which. But there's also some peppers in here. And that'll be more important in 1 second. So there's a couple I left in here that are doing good. I actually just harvested a couple peppers off of it, which they're over there, I'll show you. But there was more in there that just got completely overcrowded. The idea was we were gonna put them on the edge and they would grow up kind of like these did and be okay. Didn't expect it to take off this much. And these vines are still going. They're like all the way out to here. I've pushed them back some. But we took the peppers out and put them on this end. I just did this morning. And then yesterday, actually, I trellised up these cucumbers. They were kind of sprawling all over the ground. but we want to train them to go up so the stuff on the sides will grow, because we got more herbs along this side. And then on this side, we got a couple herbs, sage, these really big dills, and then some lettuce, which has been like 90 the past 5 days. So I don't know how this lettuce is still keeping in there. Maybe it's because it gets shaded a little bit. I don't know. And then there's potatoes. I've never grown potatoes, but they seem to be growing absolutely amazing. We wanted to fill in this dirt a little higher on them, and we might still do that on that next row of tomatoes. If you know if that's a good or bad idea, let me know. Here's a tomato we harvested earlier. And then this pepper. Not exactly sure what kind that was. I forget where it came from. And then there's more miscellaneous spots. Some Ranos, poblano. And then in this bed, this is probably one of the last things we planted with seed. This was all from seed. There's radishes on the outsides. Along both outsides, there's marigold in the end. And then these are all zucchinis. Except for this thing at the end, I found just sprouting out of another bed. I have no idea what it was. I just stuck it on the ground because that seed didn't come up. And then here's our sad little seedling section. It's just too hot. I planted a couple, and these are just things we had left over, and obviously I don't have a lot of room for it, except I could put some right here. We just ripped the cabbages out. They were getting destroyed by bugs, so we ended up just ripping them out and giving them to the chickens. And then there's a couple things left over. I took these cactuses out from next to the house, and then my wife took some of these chicks and hens. And then not much going on in the greenhouse. Everything's dead. It's kind of just a storage facility now. It got up to 140 yesterday in there. I had to go grab something and I saw the thermometer. It was 140 at like probably 5 in the afternoon. Crazy. In Indiana. Crazy. All right, now let's move on to the animals. So here's our newest addition. We got these little guys. They're doing pretty good. So there's 59 in here. We're gonna build another pen, but they're all in here for right now. Still pretty small. I think they are, we got them 3 weeks ago today. So they're probably 3 weeks and 5 days. Sorry about that, their water isn't draining. I'll have to come back and fix it after this video, but I just dumped some out. Seems to work. Something's going on. We even gave them some trays with some ice water in them. They were getting pretty hot yesterday. They were like kind of panting. They did not like the heat one bit. Now let's move over to our egg chickens. Actually, we'll go in the coop first. They're all outside. We got an automatic coop door, and I saw them outside at like 6:15. I'm usually not out here that early, but it was this morning, and they were already outside. Hello? Any chickens in there? They're hiding in there. Hello? My wife says yelling hello will get them to come out. So we modified all this. I don't know if I already showed this in a previous video. She left the food on the cupboard. This nice little trash can to put food in. This is also where we store all our food for right now. We don't have a better place. We made them a little dust bath, and clearly they've been using it. There's the water in here. There's their food. They still use this tiny feeder for 17 chickens because they really don't eat that much food anymore because they go outside. I'll show you that next. They got a good life outside. And then we got our nesting boxes, and that's where they get out. The door's on the outside. But these chickens have the best life. There's one outside right there. Hey, little guy, little fuzzy leg guy. So we got them this electric net. And the electric goes there. It's just a plug-in one. We're right next to this, so we don't need to do solar. Power comes around there. And then we got an electric net. So they have, it's 164 feet, and it goes around our beautiful little trumpet vines. Oh, see, now I'm standing here, they're coming out. Hello, come on, come outside. Come on. So we have 17 still. We've had a couple escapes here and there, but so far so good. There they are. Hi guys. They're getting really big. It seems like they've gotten pretty big pretty fast. Since they've been able to get outside, they've really been growing fast. And there's Toast. Hi, Toast. A little guest appearance by Toast. Come here. Come here. Oh, Kitty. Toast just kind of is outside all the time. If I'm ever outside, she'll come find me. We still feed and water. We did see she killed a mouse the other day. We think she was the previous owner's inside cat, so she really hasn't been doing her job and killing anything. There's lots of rabbits and other stuff, but we saw her with a mouse in her mouth the other day. So you see this trumpet vine is flowering. Looks very pretty. So many blooms. Oh, the chickens are following me. Oh. All right. And then we got ducks. There is something to say about the ducks. So, if you know anything about ducks, you can definitely see it now. We thought we had 2 female ducks, but we clearly have a male and a female duck. So I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do with them. We're just gonna keep them together for now because we don't want the male to cause problems with our chickens. We were gonna mix them. So we'll figure out what we're gonna do with them. And then there's our turkeys. These things are getting big. Getting big. Yeah. Look how big these things are. My hand. Getting big. Getting real big real fast. Alright. And then actually let's go check out everything. I'll open Toast's house up, we'll see what's in here. Oh, and then there's our orchard over there that isn't doing well. So we've been using Toast's house to store more stuff. We got a plucker for our last round of meat birds. And then this is where we've been storing all our chicken stuff. We got a bunch of this stuff in one big lot on Facebook for 80 bucks. I think all these waters, some of these lights, that cage, and there's a bunch of little waters and stuff in there and up there. All our pots are still in here. We've been just grabbing them as we need them. So I got all these for free a long time ago. So those are nice to have. And then just our wood. We've been depleting it from making those. All those garden boxes have been made since last time I made a video. And all that wood came from my deck at the old house. Then there's Toast's house. He was really sleeping there, obviously, because it's hot. Alright. Let's walk over here. So they're starting to not look too terrible. But the heat and really the animals have been doing a number on our trees. So like you can see, these cherry trees have just seen better days. They're losing all their leaves. We really have a lot going on, and this isn't a super high priority for me. So some of them are doing worse than others. These cherries, I don't know if they're gonna make it. Some of these other trees, I think there's a pear or a peach or something. These 3 are different kinds, and then the rest are apples. Some of the high branches are doing okay. And then the berries, the bush seems to be doing okay, but the rabbits and whoever else has stolen all the berries. Except for the raspberries. These are just starting to come on. But raspberries have thorns, so it seems like they're doing okay. Before we go inside, let's take a little walk through the barn. The barn's kind of a mess, but you know, if you try to start a farm when you have a full-time job and you have to rebuild your whole house, things are gonna be a mess for a little bit. It is what it is, and it's not all that bad. All right. So a lot of this stuff that's in the front of the barn should be in the house, like weight set and pans and the couch, and these are some of our our setup for cleaning our chickens. There's some pans to scald them and stuff, all our camping stuff. The office, I haven't really been doing much in here. There's still shavings on the ground from months ago when we brooded our first chickens in here when it was still cold outside. I haven't done much in here in a while. We even still have stuff out. We got married in Colorado and went on a long road trip and bought lots of stuff. We like doing the thrifting and buying cast iron stuff. If you know anybody that's got a lot of cast iron that wants to just get rid of it cheap, you let me know, because I'll buy it. I was redoing a lot of cast iron at my old house, but obviously I'm a little busy right now, but I'll get back into it when the time comes. This is like just all clothes, stuff that needs to go in the house. And then on the back of the barn, it was nice and clean. You probably saw in a prior video, I had some friends come and they pretty OCD and like organizing stuff, and they fixed it. Well, I've ruined it. Sorry, Tom. Awesome. I ruined it. I've been working in here. I did start organizing more. Let me just plug in these lights. So they organize just like big boxes and stuff, but I've been starting to organize and label stuff. Labeling specific things. So to make it better, it's got to get worse first. And also I've been working on stuff. I needed a wire brush. I didn't put it away. We went fishing, so our kayaks are down. They were stashed up there. I thought about putting them back up there, but we'll probably use them again. It's the middle of summer. And then our couches are still in the corner. I've moved this stuff around. I did clean the floor up in here. There was like 2 5-gallon buckets of sawdust on the floor right here. And then all this wood is specifically cut to make another chicken tractor. We're gonna make a 12 by 12, real big one for all those chicks, so we could put all 58 in one place once they're getting bigger. We were planning to have that done sooner, but we had some chickens escape. And then all this wood I got for free. You can still see the free sign. So that was obviously a good deal. There's nothing better than free. So all this wood, and then there's a couple pieces on the wall I got, and then this big tarp. I guess it's a pool warming tarp. I think I might use that as a siding for the chicken tractor. And some food on the wall. And then if you're interested in chickens and you're nearby me, we do still have a couple available. Not too many. We have lots of, I think we have some cuts left. But not as many. Obviously we'll have some soon, a couple months. A month-ish, we'll have more. Let's go in the house. It's like 9 in the morning right now, and it's already 80 something. I can feel my sweat building up. I just took a shower before I started filming. I can feel it. So there's what the garden looks like from the side. So yeah, all these boxes are new. Looks really good right now. Everything's nice and green. Oh, and I didn't show. So like some plants like heat and some plants don't. Like radishes, they hate the heat. And peas actually, ours are doing good and they're producing up here. But down here, they're starting to die off. They do not like the heat. They're a cold weather crop. I don't like it. It's already starting to come back with some weeds. But that's where those cactuses come from. There's some that are just kind of laying on top. And then along here, you have to go way back to an original video. Along here and all along there, there was so much, I didn't even know that there was bricks there. There was so much dirt on top of it. It was a nightmare. Maybe we'll check out the garage first. So we brooded our chickens in here. So it was real dirty and it still smells a little bit like chicken. But then I cleaned it. More than it's been cleaned since we've lived here. So all this got swept and cleaned, and I can actually fit my 4-wheeler in here, which was not true a week ago at all. That's all I'm saying. Tools and stuff, that's all that's in here. And then not much to say back here. This is our storage room. When we got drywall done, we needed a place to put stuff that wasn't masked off and wasn't gonna get all drywall dust. This was our kitchen, it's our storage room, all the doors from the closets, and our big stove back there. This thing, it's all awesome. I unloaded in the prior video. You watched it. We got a giant stove. And then our kitchen. So this is pretty new that it's actually uncovered. Let me go over here. So we've been, let me turn the lights on. Alright. So we've had everything masked for a very long time. It's nice to actually see the paint again. Because we just got finished painting in here. You can't really see it because there's not much of it, but we painted the little bit of wall right here and all the walls and the ceilings. So you could, before, they refinished the drywall, but there was lots of like drywall paper and stuff showing through. Since it wasn't fresh drywall, it was refinished. So you had to go over and paint all that. Everything's a little bit of a mess. And then we've been working with transplanting or starting stuff from cuttings. And so tomatoes, you can cut off any sucker and they'll start making more tomatoes. Kind of amazing. I think we have a 100% success rate right now. And then in here, we painted everything. Ceilings, walls. In here we're done except for some trim. We had some issues where the tape ripped off some paint, so I'll have to come back and fix that. We just painted the door, painted on here. My parents came and rolled and trimmed in here, so we didn't spray in here. Besides, we sprayed primer, and then we rolled all this too. And then this is where we sleep when it's too hot. That's my wife working on stuff. So this is basically our camping stuff. We have some cots. We have this folding camping table. We have our sunroom set up still, and I'll show you that in a second. There's the dog. Hi, Bubba. I'm surprised he's not asleep on my bed. Hi, Bub. And then the office. Not much has changed in here besides walls. Walls are white. We still need to take the tape off of these. It would be a lot brighter in here, which is pretty bright anyway. These are on dimmers though. They could be slightly less bright. Then the lights themselves also adjust. And then there's more of the same in the rest of the house. See, we're spraying today. I sprayed last night. So in this room, if I can get in here. Alright, so it's all nice and white. I don't even remember what color some of these rooms were. So in this room, you can kind of see what I was talking about before. So you can see where I just sprayed from spraying the wall, but the ceiling needs sprayed in here. You can see the drywall through it, like right there. You can see all the brown. So we haven't done anything in here on the ceiling yet. This room is done spraying the walls. I sprayed 2 coats. We got a primer paint and 2-in-1 thing to do the walls. And then we have an oil-based primer and a regular paint for the ceiling, which was recommended to us. So this room has 2 coats. And then in the bathroom, it just has 1 coat. We still have a lot of work to do in here, as you can tell. I still need to rip up the rest of that MDF so we can replace the floor, or put another layer of floor. I think we're gonna tile this. We may end up just doing the vinyl plank because we already have it. And then I think we originally planned to do this room. It would be quicker, but we'll see. But we did already buy some of the Durarock stuff to go for tiles. So. And then here's the last remaining holes. That has a board to go on top of it. That's a permanent hole in the closet. That one I still need to fix. And there's one right there I need to fix. And then this room, 1 coat on the walls. We had to patch this so much. We had a drywall crew that came and fixed it once, There's still a ton of problems, and we just ran out of time and had to do it ourselves. Not ideal. I didn't love that, but gotta do what you gotta do. You can see the different colors on the walls where they fixed the seam, and then where it's just where I scraped it. And then the master. Just more of the same stuff. This has got one coat of paint. It looks pretty good with one coat, except there's, and you won't be able to see it on camera, but like right here, there's a patch that didn't get covered completely. So that's, after I'm done filming this, we're probably gonna do a couple more, or a more coat spraying. I'm gonna spray these 3 rooms again, and then we're gonna roll the ceilings. What's the last room? Nothing has changed in the bathroom. This is exactly how it was when we bought the house. This was the only thing that had been redone in the past 20 years, maybe. So that's it. I know this still ended up being long. I'm looking at it right now, we're at 26 minutes. If you want any more information about something else, or if you think I should go faster, let me know that. Thanks for watching.